Good evening and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough Joint Manager Neil Baker. How are you, Neil?
Very well, John, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad at all. So, reflecting back on last weekend, a 1-1 draw at Frome. Satisfied with the point?
Yeah. Obviously, I wasn't there myself. I listened obviously into your wonderful commentary and had a good chat with John afterwards. I'm led to believe that we were unlucky not to probably come away with the 3 points. We probably shaded the game. Very, very difficult conditions by all accounts, and 4 points from those two games, St Neots and Frome, is a good return. So we've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, and then moving on, obviously the boys took a reasonable mood into training on Tuesday.
Yeah, we worked them hard Tuesday night. We train up at the Polish club, and it is difficult. With all the wet weather we've been having, it does limit us somewhat up there. But we worked them hard on Tuesday night. It was a good hour session. Good blowout for the boys. We don't often run them or whatever you want to call it. Very often at all. Most things are done with a football, but every now and then we just sort of open it up a little bit, and we did that Tuesday, and the attitudes are excellent. And then we've trained tonight, which was very, very difficult on a very, very tough surface, to be honest. But we got plenty out of it, and we had a couple of bits of good news from training in respect that Clergy got through the whole session tonight. He's been having a problem with his knee, so that was real positive. Wasn't expecting him to train like he did tonight. The other positive was Adam Fowler. Fowler trained fully tonight. First time that we've put no restrictions on him, i.e. he was able to tackle, people were able to tackle him, and he was absolutely superb. I think both myself and John come off buzzing for Fowler, really, because it was difficult conditions, and I think sometimes when you come back from an injury like that, you might be a little bit tentative, and he definitely wasn't that tonight, and he got stuck in, and it was a real positive.
Will he be involved in the squad on Saturday?
No, he probably won't be named on the bench. I wouldn't have thought. He'll probably do another session. We've got plans now for him to go out on loan on the 3rd of January, probably to Sandhurst initially at step 6, just so he can ease himself in for a game or two, just adjust back into the rigours of playing a game again. And then we'll look at it. I mean, I actually don't believe he's that far away. His fitness is absolutely superb. He's worked ever so hard, and it's mainly going to be about his mental state and sort of getting in a strong tackle and things like that. So hopefully he's not too far away.
What other injury squad news is there ahead of Saturday?
Billy and Reese will still both be missing. Billy will be doing some straight line running, and we're hopeful that he'll be back for Boxing Day. Reese has he had an infected knee through probably a slide tackle where he's cut his knee open, and unfortunately he's got an infection in there and it's completely swollen up. Had to go into hospital, but he's on a course of antibiotics which finishes early part of next week. I think Tuesday next week, and again we're then hopeful that he'll be fit and available for Boxing Day. So those are the two that we'll be missing, plus Dobbo, who'll be suspended on Saturday from his red card the other week.
So how do you manage the squad over this period when there's a lot of upcoming games? There's obviously still a few niggles, still a few injuries.
Well, it's tough. This Saturday we thought we were going to be a little bit light, but with Jamie being back, Oscar trained with us tonight. Oscar Betts done really well, and we've just actually brought in a young lad from Hayes and Yedding who will just come in to bolster the squad somewhat, and we'll give some details on that over the website tomorrow. We just need a few bodies, but as I said, hopefully with the lads coming back, it's not too bad. We play the 20th, 26th, 1st, and then obviously 3rd. So the 1st and 3rd is tough, but we've got quite a few days in between the other 3 games. So it's not too bad. So we're hopeful that as long as we can keep everyone fit, that we'll be in a good position.
So looking ahead immediately to the challenge of Dorchester on Saturday at home, 3 points?
Well, you'd hope so. You always hope that we can get 3 points.
Do we need to improve the home form?
Yeah, well, we do. I think Unders made a point the other day that since we've been in charge, we've actually averaged 2 points at home for every league game, which is a lot better than I thought, I have to say. So it's not actually that bad, but I think what it is performances at home. I don't think our performances have been as good as they are away from home, and we can't put our finger on that. I mean, we are going to do something different on Saturday, whereby we'll be going somewhere early to have a pre-match meal up at Farnham Park and get the lads together, almost like we would for an away game where they spend a bit of time together, and then we're going to get to the ground late and get changed and go straight out. So we're going to try something different. So I mean, I really can't put my finger on why our home performances haven't been that great, but we're trying to do things about it to try and improve that.
And what do you know about Dorchester? Obviously, they've been heavily in the goals in recent games, but just haven't quite been on the right end of some of the results.
No, they've obviously they lost 6-5 to St Neots. I mean, that was a
4-3 against Poulton.
4-3 against Poulton. Where they were 3-1 up with 8-9 minutes to go. Obviously got beat relatively comfortably against Redditch, but that's no disgrace as we know. Redditch are a very strong side. So listen, they're from what we're told, they're very very lively up front. They'll work hard, and they're obviously their away record hasn't been great, but like any game, you can look to change that, and I'm sure they'll be trying to do what we're trying to do with our home record. So it'd be another tough game. They're a side that come down from the Conference South, and a big club at non-league level. Got great facilities, and there's some good players in their side. So they're obviously running low a little bit on confidence, and I'm sure they'll be looking to come to us to try and pick up 3 points.
Okay, well, we'll hope that will continue in a good vein, and we are able to pick up 3 points. There's been some both good and bad news off the pitch in recent events. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, well, I think today, it was highlighted that Chris Boxall had died. We don't know an awful lot about it, but he's 34, I believe, and it's just desperately sad news for him, his family, the club. So we send our best wishes to his family. In what can only be a really really tough time. 34 is no age whatsoever. So that's really sad news. I didn't know him personally, but I knew him to sort of nod to, and I recognised him and things like that. So it's always very sad when a Slough die-hard passes away, and especially in well, I assume pretty tragic circumstances. So that was obviously really really poor news. And then on the positive news, obviously the news on the ground, it's that's a positive that's come out from Slough Borough Council last week. Obviously we need to wait to hear a little bit more from the council, but I think there's a good feeling around the club about this, and I think this could finally be the time that Slough get ourselves back into Slough Town, and I can only then see positive things for the club. So yeah, some as you say, good news and bad news. So but we'll wait to see what happens on that front.
Yeah, I'm sure all the fans will draw together and show strength for both the positive and the sad news that's come recently, and hopefully the players will be able to galvanise and put on a decent performance on Saturday.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to do that. So fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, Neil, and we'll speak after Saturday. Good luck.
Cheers, John.
Thanks.